A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10.
No gain on the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, a former Golden Bear from nearby Cal, Deshaun Jackson. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 11-yard line.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Eagles nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
It's a pickup of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 39, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the
right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Coleman now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Wentz. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
1st down, Eagles.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the...
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to
through an opening, and there he goes. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Sanders, the ball
a gain of 3, second down.
At the 27-yard
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On the ground, Corey Clement, his first carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Play brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
6.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Intercepted.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Duke Riley on the tackle.
And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
On first down, Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Malik Jackson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And got his man complete. 30, past the 20, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, and don't fumble the football.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Niners 28, Eagles 6. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Gain of 14.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch out, Omaha.
Garoppolo now. He'll drop this down to Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the...
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
7 yards to pick up there.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd and short. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
We got to step it up. Slam. White.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Wentz now on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
A gain of
that one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. On first down, Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That catch good for only a couple. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Wentz to throw again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Philadelphia.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Makes the score Niners 28, Eagles 20. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They will run again with Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Tackled back at the
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Here we go. 180. 52 right here. 52. Hey, check. Hey, Mike 52. Tighten up. Pull together.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down, Eagles.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
Miles Sanders.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Hey, come on.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion. Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them,
he's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 83 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Now Wentz. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
28.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go, here we go. 20. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, Mike's 42, Mike's 42. All day, baby, all day.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself confident.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Number 26.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Another run here with Sanders. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Jalen Mills in on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 39.
39-yard line.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. That one him, good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Right at the line of
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
a 26-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
29.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score 2?
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Everyone go forward. Where's 52?
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Here we go. By 20. You must be true.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Niners, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.